Are you ready, guys? Let's begin.
Ready.
Okay. Most people are unaware of the correlation between the cosmetic or biomedical industry and the horrific treatment of animals. Do you know that rural experiments are still being tested on animals? So before we proceed more, let me share the video about the safe route with you guys, so you guys will have an idea what I'm going to share and talk about. So don't worry, the duration of this powerful short film is only around 4 minutes. So let's see it. Sekejap I share dekat sini. Share content. And then to the Google. Boleh dengar tak sound dia?
Sound dia lag tak?
Is this better? Okay, so yeah, just like to say, it's still going. That's great. Pretty much everything you have. But without you in capturing that, it's
So yeah, that's the end of this heartbreaking story of Ralph. So let's proceed. With the contents. Okay. Such a heartbreaking story, right? So this 4-minute short film was directed by the Spencer Sousa, the director of The Greatest Showman. I think all of you know that this Greatest Showman is a great movie, and this Save Ralph is made in a stop motion format, which a voice of Taika Waititi, Zac Efron, Olivia Munn, the rest for the Humor Society International organization. This mockumentary featuring the life of Ralph the rabbit as he is interviewed about his job as a laboratory rabbit. Or in the layman term atau bahasa mudahnya, he is a typically animal tester for a product. His feature characteristics were featured as blind in right eye, deaf in one ear, and Ralph said it rings all the time. He also mentioned that he's missing a patch of fur on his back and suffering from the chemical burns on his body. Ralph also said that he's hurt all the time. He explained that thanks to his job as a tester, he cannot see very well through one of his eyes or hear with one of his ears because of the chemical used on his body. His father was a tester, his wife, his kid, his brother, his sister, all the testers, so were his great-great-grandfather was a tester too. Ralph mentioned he endures a great pain in the lab, all while knowing that his ultimate fate as a tester is a death. Then we can observe the scene that there is a human hand take him out from his house to bring us to the next scene, where the scene brings us to see Ralph with the Cliff, who asks him if the camera crew, which is us, can get them out of the captivity. Second later, we can observe that a string was inserted into the Ralph's good eye, another eye, and this scene means to show us how the Drake test had been done. Do you know what the Drake test is? Kalau tak tahu, tunggu. So in the next shot, Ralph appears already blind, with a collar on his neck, and the injury in his spine become more visible, for which he is no longer able to even see the camera, until the camera's crew calling him to face the direction of camera. Despite all of this, Ralph bravely accepts his fate. Ralph said that he is gladly doing his job so that human, which is you, which is me, and which is us, can have the illusion of safer lipstick, safer deodorant, or safer sunscreen. But Ralph said it's not a big deal. It only hurts when he's like breathe or move around. Even nak gosok gigi pun dia rasa sakit kan. But at the end of the day, he said it's okay because Ralph do it for the human, because humans are far more superior than animals. Does that sentence remind us something? Because the purpose of the animal testing is merely for the human who have the illusion of safer cosmetic or safer medicine. Animal testing is not just cruel experiment, but also the least reliable and most expensive of the methods that we have available by today. So in short, in this modern world, it is completely redundant, garbage, or nonsense practice lah. So next, why the Save Ralph short went viral? This short film perfectly conveyed the heartbreaking and the hidden truth about the animal testing, and it reminds us how unnecessary the practice truly is. This mockumentary really make me, and make us, all of us, think about our choice as a human. According to the AHTA 2015, annually more than 115 million animals are used worldwide in experimentation to supply not the only cosmetic but biomedical industry too. The researcher mentioned that animal testing is typically defended by some arguments, which are animal testing is relevant method. Animal can provide the sufficiently good models of human biology and disease to yield relevant information. Is that correct? And last but not least, they said animal testing able to provide major human health benefit. So, Cruelty-Free International points out not only bunnies, but mice, guinea pigs, rats, and monkey are also commonly used. In fact, bigger dogs are also used because of their docile nature. Due to the illusion of cosmetic and medicine safety, animal tests are not as accurate as you might think. But still, nowadays, many animals still be harm for your moisturizer, your shampoo, your mascara, your medicine, and your treatment. In addition to be very unnecessary, animal testing is also much crueler than you might think. As illustrated by the graph, the bunny are forced to suffer the infamous Dre test. Yang scene yang kita nampak, yang scientists inject some shot into the rough goat eye, that was called as a Dre test. Dre test is essentially torture, blinded, and maim, and ultimately kill the bunny when the purpose has been served. Do you know what Dre test is? Okay, the Dre test is an acute ocular toxicity test devised in 1944 to provide a method for assessing the irritation potential of material that might accidentally come into contact with our human eyes, such as household product, office product, agricultural product, environmental chemical product, or volatile organic product. So the test ni just nak test sama ada substance tu irritate tak mata kita, seberapa banyak dia irritate mata kita. So kalau dia safe, kenapa the manufacturer nak kena inject juga dekat atas animal kalau dia safe? Pernah terfikir tak? Okay, kejap saya emo sekejap. Okay, if the rough injuries seem so very graphic, they are far less than image of animal testing, which is legal in some most countries, including the United States and China. The infamous letter dose 50 test is defined as the animal research procedure in which any substance is administered to animals for the purpose of determining the concentration or dose of the substance which will achieve any predetermined death rate. And then if you are noticed, Ralph is also deaf in one ear and is ring all the time. This is because of the rabbit ear test, the most common comedogenicity test, which is basically a test that checks whether a certain substance has a tendency to cause acne, clot pore, pimple, and blackhead. So what we can do to save Ralph? It has been more than 100 years since animal testing became popular, and although the subject is not very new, but yeah, and many organizations fight every year for this practice to be banned globally. Various act and law, including Malaysia, pun dah pernah propose the Act 2015 to minimize the pain to animal during experimentation. For example, in 1924, the Organization for Animal Rights was formed by the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And animal testing for cosmetic is officially banned in 40 countries, including India, Taiwan, New Zealand, South Korea, Australia, and Norway. Malaysia tak ada dalam list ni, tapi we still have a hope. Probably in future, Malaysia akan ada dalam list ni lah, yang mana ban 100% animal testing for cosmetic. So what we can do to save Ralph and his colleague, we can do shop and go cruelty-free. As today, there are 7,000 cosmetic ingredients that are already proven to be safe. This ingredient can be used by manufacturer and formulator with no need for any additional animal test. Probably you can looking for a list of cruelty-free brand. And you can find out if the brand you are using now are test on animal or fund for animal testing. You can find out what you can do locally in order to help end animal testing. And perhaps you can buy product from the brands that do not test on animals. Sebab sekarang dah banyak brand yang tak test pada animals. And if the demand for cosmetic are not tested on animals keep increasing, and fewer people are buying from the brand that still test their product on animals, these companies are going to realize that they are losing money and customers. And probably with that way, that will enforce them to follow their ethical competitor example. Next, you can support the Human Society International Petition. More than 80% of the country worldwide still allow the animal testing. If you agree that animals should not suffer and die to test the cosmetic, medicine, or their ingredient, you would like to support this bank of animal testing by sign Human Society International Petition, which is active as part of the SAFRA campaign against animal testing. You can check this out on their website. Next, you can reach out to the brand that tests on animals. If you discover that some of product that you like or you are using now are tested on animals, don't worry. You can reach out to them and express your concern. Email them and let them know that you and other customers care about the respectful treatment of animals, and you cannot allow this to continue happening. Tell them that you are loved to see them and to change their testing policy and go cruelty-free. Macam Mac Jacob buat, dia dah keluar statement bagi tahu yang dia tu cruelty-free and then dia guna in vitro alternative teknik untuk testing their product. Okay, last but not least, educate yourself. Share the knowledge. Not everyone is aware about the testing on animals for cosmetic, and not everyone is aware how much cruelty, the pain, the distress that the animal must be endured during the animal testing. You can share this information with your family, your friends, or on your social media to help spread the word. By introducing more people to this concept, you are increasing your impact in this fight against animal testing and helping reduce the demand for products tested on animals. Okay? So, help Human Society International ban cosmetic testing on animals by globally. Okay. Alternatives to animal tests are often appear cheaper, quicker, and more effective technique. Replacing animal tests doesn't mean putting human patients at risk. It also doesn't mean hurting the medical progress. Instead, replacing animal testing will improve the quality as well as the humanness of our science. According to the Sonali and Shashikan 2015, there are several types of alternatives to animal testing, which are first, in vitro cell and tissue cultures, second, human tissue, the computer models, fourth, volunteer study, 5, alternative organism. In vitro cell and tissue culture, which involve the growth of the cell outside the body in the lab environment, can be an important alternative for animal testing or for the animal experimentation. The cell and tissue from the liver, from the kidney, from the brain, from the skin are removed from the animal, can be kept outside the body in the suitable grow medium for a few days to several months or even for a few years. I think yang bab ni student biomedical science lagi tahu lebih dah daripada saya. Okay. So the cell and tissue culture has been a center to key development in areas such as cancer, sepsis, kidney disease, and AIDS, and are routinely used in the chemical safety testing, vaccine production, and drug development. Next is using the human tissue alternative. Both healthy and diseased tissue donated from the human volunteer can provide a more relevant way of studying the human biology and disease rather than we use the animal testing. Human tissue can be donated from the surgery, biopsies, cosmetic surgery, or transplant. Human tissue also can be used after a person has died. Postmortem brain tissue can provide importantly to understand the brain regeneration, and perhaps it can make the researcher to understand the effect of the multiple sclerosis or the Parkinson's disease. It has been no cure until now. Next is computer model. Computer model of the heart, lung, kidney, skin, digestive, muscular system are already exist. They can be used to conduct the virtual experiment based on the existing information, mathematical data, or perhaps the statistical data. And next is volunteer study. Rapid advance in technology have allowed for the development of sophisticated scanning machine and recording technique that we can use to safely study the human volunteer. For example, MRI scan can be used to see inside the brain to monitor the progression and treatment of the brain tissue. Probably they can help researchers to understand the cause by comparing with the healthy volunteer. And in addition, less high-tech study for the nutrition, drug addiction, or pain can also be carried out by consenting the human in the interest of advancing medical science. This study much can help to replace the animal test because we study the human biology on the real human. Okay, last but not least, the alternative organism. The ethical issue has posed many restrictions over the experimental use of higher model vertebrae like guinea pig, rats, dog, monkey, bigger dogs, and bunnies. Therefore, the use of alternative organisms has been proposed. Different model organisms are used to replace the experimental animal. Here, there is some example of the alternative organism which they are remarked. We can use E. coli for the molecular and genetic study. Perhaps we can use fungi to study the genetic, circadian rhythm, metabolic regulation study. Or perhaps we can do Hydra synergia to understand the process of the regeneration and morphogenesis. There is much more alternative organism to study the human biology. Why are you using animal testing juga? Betul tak? So, next. These are the brands that are not cruelty free. So please be aware of this brand. Please spread the awareness to those who doesn't use them yet and those who use them now. If you are not aware about this issue until now, that's okay. That's fine. Really fine. It's never too late to take a stand against animal testing. Okay? Tidak ada pernah terlambat. Dia macam better late rather than never gitu. Sebenarnya banyak lagi non-cruelty free brands. You can check this out on the crueltyfreekitty.com. So, are you notice the brand that you are using now is not the cruelty free in 2021? I also notice mine. I also notice that Garnier is not cruelty free. I also notice that Maybelline is not cruelty free. It's okay. If you are using now, it's okay. Probably lepas ni mungkin korang boleh reach them out, tell them what your concerns. Okay, to change their testing policy. There are some more for the fragrance, Victoria's Secret, John Malone's. It's not cruelty free. So Bioderma is not cruelty free, but yeah, it's all the big brands that not cruelty free. Okay. But don't worry, we have many more the cruelty free brands. Okay, if makeup you feel sad that a benefit is not cruelty free, we have Essence, we have Hourglass, Star, NYS, Pixie, which is a cruelty free. If your fragrance Victoria's Secret is not cruelty free, it's okay. You change to the cruelty free brand. You can use the Bath and Body Works or the Body Shop. Yeah. Okay. Kalau nak tahu lebih banyak the cruelty free brand, you can check this out on the crueltyfreekitty.com. There are more than 1,000 cruelty free brands yang berdaftar. So these are the logo of unofficial and certified logos if the brand or product is cruelty free. Please check the cruelty free logos if you ever buy any product. Okay? Kalau nampak bunny tu, okay, kita tahu dah itu adalah cruelty free. So the conclusion, no animal should suffer and die in the name of the beauty. A quote from the Sirah. It's not just giraffe or rabbit. There are thousands of other animal species experiencing this. Please, let's together save giraffe and millions of other animals that get hurt and die during animal testing for the cosmetic industry. Animal testing in the cosmetic industry is still happening because we, humans, allow it to happen. It's because people are still okay with buying products tested on animals and thus supporting this horrible practice. I really wish we can completely avoid animal testing, but I know it is undeniable, it is unbordered that we are human benefit the most from it. So let's hope science will continue to advance to the point that animal cruelty can be eradicated or stopped completely. So that's all for me. This is a reference, short reference. That's all for me. Thank you. Oh, speaker. Ada question ke? Tak ada kan? Benda ni macam basic je. So, tak ada question kan? Tak ada question, kita habis sampai di sini je lah. So, macam mana dengan animal testing ataupun animals using for the scientific research? Oh, sekejap. Ada kejap. So, sekejap Kalau ada soalan, tolong tanya, terus buka mic anda ya, sebab okay, Sumaya Sadi. Are there any campaign like annually done for the issue? Yes. NGO, iaitu non-profit government, dia orang banyak yang fight dalam kes ini, dalam kes animal testing ni. So memang usually ada annually, tapi kita tak didedahkan dengan ini secara umum. Yang Save Giraffe ini going break ataupun going viral because of perhaps because of the Hollywood actors yang menyumbangkan suara dia dalam video ni. So it's going viral and open the eyes all of us. I know that some of us using animals for their scientific research. But Malaysia have the act ataupun Akta di bawah Animal Welfare 2015 that mandate that all animals in research, testing and teaching have their physical health and behavior needs taken off. Similarly, it also said that animals should receive whether practical ataupun treatment ataupun apa-apa perkara yang menyebabkan unreasonable or unnecessary pain or distress when animal are ill or injured and that pain or distress is reduced to the minimum as possible. Malaysia juga mengamalkan 3R iaitu reduce, refinement and replacement. Mana reduce maksudnya reduce the number of animal. Refine is kita jaga suasana sangka si animal tu lah untuk mengelakkan distress ataupun ni. Tapi yang terbaik adalah replacement. Kalau boleh kita replace animal daripada menggunakan animal, kita gunakan human volunteer. Sebabnya alternatif are better. Sebabnya kalau kita buat skin allergic test on animal, dia cuma bagi 72% saja. Bayangkanlah kita allergic, kita test ubat atas animal bagi tahu 70% ada allergic. Tapi dekat human macam mana pula kan? Lain human biology dengan animal biology ni. Macam tu juga dengan dry skin test. Test dekat rabbit dia cuma predict mungkin substance ni atas human akan ada skin reaction 60%. Tapi kalau kita guna discontinued human skin ataupun kita guna skin yang kita ada culture tu, perhaps dia akan sampai 86% of accuracy. So macam tu juga dengan standard test on the pregnant rats untuk find out if any chemical atau drugs yang boleh harm dia punya fetus, dia cuma boleh detect 60% of dangerous substance. Adakah 60% dangerous substance tu sama kejadiannya terhadap pregnant human? Sebab tu kita kena guna a cell-based alternative which has the 100 accuracy at detecting the very toxic chemical. Oh, ada soalan. Tak ada soalan. Betul Semaya, dia tak ada official date macam Earth Day ataupun Cancer Day. Sebabnya benda ni isu sensitif. The big brands are using animal testing. If WHO lancarkan tarikh macam Earth Day atau Cancer Day, it probably bring the harms to them juga. Sebab this organisation ada juga menyuntik dana-dana untuk diorang juga untuk membantu save the earth. So dia macam win-win situation gitu. Tapi itulah kenapa kalau anda yakin anda punya produk selamat digunakan ke atas manusia, kenapa anda uji atas haiwan? Itu je the concern. Okay, Ain pula cakap dia tak ada soalan tapi dia pernah terbaca statement animal testing can be practiced less apabila beauty companies would prefer to use safer ingredient rather than testing drugs, this chemical on animal just to testify. Betul tu Ain. Kenapa dia orang uji juga ingredient yang probably harmful atas animals? Kenapa juga dia orang kena uji? Macam itulah. Mungkin sebab dia orang pentingkan dia orang punya bisnes atau profit. Dia orang tak pentingkan human safety pun sebenarnya. Kalau fikirkan balik. Gitu. Emosi. Ada lagi. Not talking about the cosmetic here, but rasanya semua drugs perlu go through animal study. Rat, rabbit and then primers. Okay, yang ni disclaimer, I am a forensic science student. I doesn't using the clinical study. So saya tak tahu kalau ada biomedical student boleh cakap pasal benda ni ke? Sebab Usna cakap semua drug perlu through the animal study. Syahira said, for animal testing of biomedical setting, just want to share beside 3R, there is a carbon footprint animal. Oh, a new thing. Okay, thank you Syahira. Sebenarnya, everyone has a different definition. In me pun ada different definition. Some of you may be okay using the brand that doesn't test on animal at all, but probably some of us are okay with the animal byproduct macam beeswax ataupun milk ataupun hyaluronic acid ataupun lanolin, sebabnya produk tu yang sesuai dengan dia. It's okay. Dia macam mana? It depend on your judgment to decide which brand you want to support. Kalau you want to go total to support with the zero animal testing, you can go ahead lah. Macam tu. Ada ke? Ada. Ada ke beauty product cruelty free yang harga mampu milik macam Maybelline? Ada. Dekat drugstore ada. Which is the brand of Essence. Yang tu ada dekat drugstore punya ni. Wet n Wild. NYX. NYX pun murah sekarang. Lepas tu apa lagi lepas tu Too Faced, Fenty Beauty. MAC Jacob pun dah cruelty free makeup sekarang. Milani. If kita gunakan animal yang banyak population, dia banyak, for example zebrafish. Embryo dia agak banyak dan sistem dia sama macam human. I don't know. Probably if you are using animal testing and it doesn't bring discomfort and pain macam yang kita tengok dalam Sephora tu, probably okay. According to the 3R, reduce, refinement. But better kita boleh buat replacement lah. Guna ada alternative teknik. For my opinion, you need to go through animal testing. This is due to the conserved domain protein between the human and animals. Natural vaccine. Yes. Ya, betul Semaya. Natural vaccine. Wardah skincare pun cruelty free. As long as we conduct the animal study with ethics, sebenarnya I don't think this is a big issue. Cosmetic ingredient with the animal testing are quite risky. Haiwan diciptakan untuk manusia. But manusia is manusia. Tak adalah. Okay, dia macam depend pada korang punya perspektif lah. Korang punya judgemental. So, saya biarkan anda dengan anda punya cara judgemental sama ada anda nak sokong 100% ataupun mungkin anda boleh sokong 50% to ban the animal testing. It's okay kalau bukan sekarang mungkin nanti. It's better late rather than never lah gitu. Wardah skincare Naruko. Ingat skincare from the Taiwan, India, cruelty free. So macam Naruko ataupun Dr. Morita, Bio Essence, Dr. Wu, Simple, and what? Nano White, tu semuanya cruelty free. And yeah, a good news, I don't know if it's good news. Our local product, skincare ataupun cosmetic product is cruelty free. Our local product. I think at least we practice 3R. Animal study is relevant. Ya, betul. Sebab kalau ikutkan Animal Welfare Act 2015, kerajaan kata as long as for the scientific research, researcher must be follow the 3R, the reduction, the refinement and the replacement. So animal study is relevant. Ada lagi ke? Wah, cemas saya. Semua hebat-hebat ni. Ada tak list produk yang kita boleh refer? Okay, Hafizuddin. Ada list animal product yang cruelty free yang kita boleh refer? Okay, Hafizuddin boleh pergi ke crueltyfreekitty.com to check out any cruelty free brand dekat sana. Dekat situ banyak, dekat situ. Itu ada berlambak-lambak the cruelty free brand dengan produk yang tested on animal. You can check this out. I bagi ya. Cruelty free brand. Kalau produk yang anda guna sekarang tak ada tertulis dekat crueltyfreekitty.com, mungkin anda boleh DM diorang ataupun privately email diorang bagi tanya adakah produk anda cruelty free. Surely diorang akan reply sebab isu ni macam isu yang agak sensitif lah. Panas ya. So any question? Kalau tak ada kita boleh tamatkan majlis kita. Oh, ada lagi. Wah, semalam ada dengar kat Dr. Inky. Dr. Inky ni adalah doktor yang selalu bagi talk pasal skincare dekat media sosial. China and Amerika yang banyak guna animal ni. And mostly China because if mereka nak jual kat negara tu, kena buat. Kalau jual kat Malaysia, is from the same ke macam mana? Oh, any information. So, Cina. I pun ada baca juga pasal Cina ni. Macam kalau nak buat skincare dekat tempat dia orang, nak masuk pasaran dia orang, mesti buat animal testing. Okay, change to the animal testing. Okay, dekat sini, dekat website ni dia kata, any company manufacturing product domestically in China will not need to test a product on animal if the product fall under general use cosmetic. General use of ordinary cosmetic are such as soap, body lotion, shampoo, makeup, and skincare. Special use cosmetic still need to be tested on animals. There are those which functional claims including but not limited to hair dyes, hair perms, whitening product, sunscreen product, and anti-hair loss. So I think that, yeah, China product yang masuk dalam kita punya drugstore ataupun pasaran Malaysia are tested on Malaysia. As tested on animal testing. So mungkin kita boleh avoid buying cosmetic ataupun skincare product from China. Lagipun, I tak tahu lah it's be safe or not buying products from the China. Sebab sekarang, yes, better avoid je. Sebab kita ada local and then kita punya local punya kosmetik ataupun skincare sekarang dah more advanced. Dia bukannya timbang kilo macam dulu lagi. Gitu. Sebab sekarang dia orang dah ada R&D. So, kalau was-was nak beli barang Cina, korang boleh go locally. Find out which brand that go cruelty free, okay? Banyak sekarang. Support local anak-anak. Yes, support local. Kalau tak, dekat drugstore banyak saya semua. Kat belakang tu ada gambar banis, korang boleh check this out. Ataupun kalau tak ada barang banis, korang boleh email diorang ataupun DM diorang dekat diorang punya official social media. Tanya, is that your product is cruelty free? Macam tu. Ataupun boleh pergi ke website diorang. Diorang selalu bagi tahu pasal dekat apa FAQ tu. Free go and ask question untuk pasal cruelty free. Okay. So contoh local products yang cruelty free adalah for the cosmetic, probably the Nita Cosmetic, Camellia Cosmetic, ataupun Sheikh Dewa Cosmetic. Kalau skincare, mungkin Zarzo, Jelita, ataupun Yellow or White lah. Sebab dalam tu tak silap I pernah nampak dekat social media bahawa dia orang punya produk ada Go Cruelty Free punya logo. Okay, ni Hakimah. Some products usually have a few production plants around the world. I read that Mary Kay, for example, has one in Dallas and China. Yang China tu ada animal testing, but the one is Dallas lah. Malaysia ambil yang Dallas. Oh, okay. Kalau Mary Kay masuk dalam pasaran Malaysia is from the Dallas. So if we dah confident Mary Kay tu ada cruelty free, so boleh je lah beli, tak ada masalah. Dia macam kalau korang dah guna sekarang, it's okay. Korang terus tanya dekat dia orang, adakah barang anda go cruelty free? Janganlah benci terus, tanya dulu. Dah tanya, kalau dia kata ya, teruskan guna. Kalau dia orang kata tidak, kami mesti test on animal testing ataupun kami fund on animal testing. Bolehlah slow-slow cari ingredient lain yang sama macam anda punya produk tu. Jangan risau, jangan panik. Gitu. Macam saya still guna Garnier sebab saya pun baru tahu pasal benda ni. is macam kita tahu tapi kita tak ambil tahu. Gitu. Gitu banyak. Saya pun gunakannya and then saya tahu dia not cruelty free. So saya start cari ingredient yang sama seperti Garnier tu, which is pengganti saya sekarang adalah Wardah. Macam tu. Sebenarnya kita beli barang skincare adalah berdasarkan ingredient je, rakan-rakan, bukan berdasarkan produk. Okay? Product is a brand. Nama produk tu adalah brand. Okay, kalau anda beli shampoo Pantene, kenapa anda tak boleh guna shampoo lain? Walhal ingredient kat belakang, kita tengok kat belakang adalah sama. Macam herbal essence, dia test on the plant. Macam tu. Adakah? Adakah? Banyak adakah? Macam itulah. Ada apa-apa lagi rakan-rakan? Peluh saya ni. Ramai sangat. Ramai. So, is there any question? Sekarang ni dia macam topik tak adalah ilmiah sangat. Dia macam sharing session and there is a disclaimer. I am a forensic science student. Jadi semuanya mainly based on my reading. Kalau ada yang salah, tolong betulkan. Jangan kecam. Kalau ada penambahan ilmu, tolong bagi tahu. Kita sama-sama share the knowledge. Spread the knowledge. Educate ourselves, not only yourself, but all around us. Okay? So, macam janganlah jadi selfish. Anda tahu seseorang orang lain macam kesian juga kan. Dia pun tak tahu barang yang dia guna tu sebenarnya test on animal. Lepas tu, yang kita tengok tu kesian animal tu. Comel-comel kena test. Sampai buta-buta dia. Macam tu. Cool. Is there any question? Kalau tak ada, kita tutup majlis kita. Okay? Saya pun tak tahu apa saya harap apa yang saya sampaikan dapatlah ya. Kalau ada pertambahan ilmu, bagi tahu. Okay, thank you for today. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Majlis meeting. Kejap. Okay. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you everyone. Bye. Selamat berbuka bagi yang berpuasa sahaja. Okay, bye.